All right, guys, welcome. We've made it to the another Wednesday. It's incredible how fast the time goes by, isn't it? Welcome back to the Q&A for the week. We're going to be our flagship project for the week was working with Vase. Okay, and you're supposed to have done some image to video. You're supposed to do some video to video and a text to video. So I haven't received anything from anyone. Let me actually check. Seems like someone actually did send me something. Let's go see. I mean, I suppose we should probably just make sure we are actually online here as usual. Okay, so it looks like we are. That's good. We'll click it, check for this handsome devil's face. Okay, let's see here. And there he is. Okay. So we are definitely there. All right. So we were supposed to look at Vase today. I'm still loading up my Comfy UI. So let's pop over to here. Let's just go to workflow. I'm on a cyberpunk kick right at the moment. So let's go ahead and open this up. Get to our Vase folder. So mine, I told you before, I keep mine under a folder called Workflows. And I think we'll play around with the GGUF just because we can control so much more of what's happening there. So, all right, Bluebell Cottage popped in. There you are, Bluebell. Welcome. Good to have you here, yo. Happy Wednesday to you. So we're just looking at the Vase as usual. Let me turn these lights on, see if this helps a little bit. As usual, if you got questions about stuff, we can take this any direction. So I'm just going to keep kind of focusing in on the Vase stuff until someone leads us down a path. So, all right. So we got our Vase up and running. Gosh, man, I'm not happy with the camera today. In fact, my throat's going out too, yo. Anyway, whatever. So over here again, when we get our workflow, which you can get over on the video I made earlier in the week that shows you how to get this, shows you the files you need. So this is actually kind of nice when they do this. It's kind of a trend people are starting to do is they're starting to share the model locations, which is quite helpful because in the past you'd have to just go searching for them. But obviously, as you click that one, you can see there's all sorts of different quants that you can use. Quant 3 being the smallest. You can also kind of tell how big they are by comparing their sizes. Notice the Quant 3 is only 7.84, right? And the next one's 10.3. So you can see them getting progressively bigger. So here's the thing, like if you notice, like you got a bunch of Q5s, you don't know which one's bigger. Notice the KS one here is 12.3, while the other ones are 13. So that shows you that that's actually a more quanted model, or the way that it is. These letters have to do with certain ways that they handle it. And so the KS is actually smaller than these other ones, even though it shows up down the line. So typically, if you're trying to find a good one to quant on anything, generally the KS model, Q5 KS is typically a good place to start. But at any rate, so we get in here. Also notice they've got different clips here that they're offering you. The FP16, which is going to be like half precision, I suppose. FP8, which is going to be like a quarter precision. And then I'm not sure what the other one is, if that's full precision or what. I'm not actually quite sure. But you can get those and use them, and that'll help save some inference time as well. So we get all that up and yoing. Let me check something real quick. Okay, just want to check that. You got your VAEs, all this stuff. So this is just your basic. Okay, girl doesn't see a flower slowly moving her hands. Close-up shot of her body. Character surrounded by other transparent grass flowers. Okay, fine. Let's give it a go. I'm going to hit this even though we're streaming and see if we can get it to go. Okay, now check this out. This is giving us an error sometimes we get these errors and we kind of freak out because we're like, what's going on? And we just assume that we don't know what it means. But if you sit down and read it, kind of slow down, you figure it out. So this one, you notice it says something about video, right? You look for key things. MP4. Okay, so something about video. Well, oh, shoot. Well, look it down here. You got the control video. So it was assuming a video to video. Let's go over here, and we added this fast group bypasser ourselves by right-clicking, and we went to add node, and then went down to RG3 and grabbed wherever it was, somewhere in here. Fast groups bypasser. That was the one we chose. Now, if you don't have RG3, you can always click on manager up here, and then you just go to your custom nodes manager, type it in, and then you can install it. Okay, so that's kind of how you get that. But at any rate, point being, now we can just kind of click this and we'll block all that out. Now let's give this another go, and it'll go just do a straight text to video. Now I'm curious again how fast this will go with the stuff that I'm running. Let's switch over to a command terminal and let's see what it's doing over here. So it's building it. You can always check over to your command terminal to see how this stuff's working. Okay. So we don't seem to have too many people popping in. Be sure to, if you got questions, go ahead and ask them, and that'll get us going on the right track. Could be the shortest live question answer ever. Oh, let me go back while we're looking at this, waiting for this to flow. Somebody did post into our video chat. Not our video chat, but our video generation thing. Someone did post some stuff. Oh, we got someone using LTX. Oh, there's the screen starting to flip out. Oh yeah, this guy. Okay, we'll download this. If I can. Let's see here. Okay, so we're gonna have to possibly cancel this because okay, I went ahead and canceled the generation because I just couldn't handle all of the video stuff streaming. Shows you how intensive this stuff is, even with the quants. Like, because I've got video stuff going on with the streaming, and that's going on. But anyway, so that's, you get the idea. That's how the vase works. If you wanted to do an image to video, you could just do this one here. Put in your reference image. Okay, you want to do video, you do this one. Okay, easy peasy. Now let's go over here. This guy did send something. This is a fellow named Contrasan, and he's got a YouTube page over here that you can check out. And he did this video all in FramePack Studio. So he said this took like several hours. I think it's pretty impressive. So let's go ahead and watch.
He rolls in late, shades on tight, big paws working decks all night. She pulls him close for a midnight hug, blows a kiss with a wink and a little tug. First,
okay, keep in mind he did this all with FramePack Studio. Okay, he made this all with our open source stuff we've been working on.
so fly and a honey sweet grin, spin that bass, now the hugs begin. One kiss lands right on his nose, he grins wide as the tension grows. That DJ got him going wild, hugs and kisses stacking in a pile. From the cave to the club, they scream his name. Ladies love the beat and they love the game. Oh, that DJ. Smooth, Grizz. One on each side, arms wrapped tight. He gets kissed all night.
right, you probably get the idea there. That's a 5-minute video, so that's pretty intense. That's a lot of generations. So this is why he said it took him hours and hours to make this. So good to him. Go check out his site. I guess he's Coon Grizzly. I'll go ahead and subscribe. So you can go check him out. All right. We're still waiting on our updates to FramePack Studio, by the way. Colin has been working on that. So I'm still waiting to hear from that. Hopefully by this weekend, we'll be able to get that. This is him over here on the GitHub. Doesn't look like he's... Yeah, last update was a couple weeks ago. He's working on a Docker file. Yep. So he's still working on that. Okay, here we go. Bluebell's finally got a question. What's your thoughts on the best face models? Reactor, rope, etc. What's the current options out there? I've seen many of your videos on this. They're very helpful. So he's asking about face swapping. So my favorite face swapping is always going to be rope. I just think rope is the best. It's got the most options. Of course, Visomaster is now the newest version, which is basically rope. I mean, it is rope. They just renamed it and updated it. So I still use Rope Live. Rope Live is still my absolute favorite. But they've updated to Visomaster. I don't like the settings as much in Visomaster. They do some things better. I don't like the layout. That's my main problem with Visomaster. I don't like the layout as much, but it's quite good. And but I will tell you, Bluebell, we did a video here earlier in the week, just here a couple days ago. This one here, about this flux context, and I do think that my guess, this is my guess, is that within the year we're going to have a new face swapping technology. That's just my guess, because when you see what Context does, Context is able to. Oh shoot! I went to the wrong video. Context is able to take images and basically completely replicate them. So it's incredible. I think if this becomes open source, I think that it opens us. Oh shit! I'm not even showing anything like this. Damn it! Sorry. Here it is. God, I wasn't even showing you all that. So if Context goes open source, then I think all of a sudden you're going to have a new technology come out. Now, obviously, this isn't straight face swapping. This is taking an image and putting something in there. But I think that it will easily be able to be adapted to that. You know, I mean, heck, if you can take this gal's face and generate it correctly across this, well, why couldn't you just take a picture of a person over here and scan it in, and then take a picture, and then secondly take a picture of a person, scan it in, and do all the same stuff? So my answer to your question is Rope Live is the best, Visomaster, and then I think within a year we're going to have new face swapping technology. Malcolm's here. Welcome, Malcolm. I watched this a few days ago. It must have taken some time to do. Yeah. He told me that it does, and this is the second one that he's done of this. So I think he spends like an all-day. I said 3 hours before, but I think it takes a lot more than that. I think it take him maybe 3 days is what I was thinking. It took him a long time. Okay, I'm not really sure where to go. It's kind of a funny summer day here today. Do you guys have any more questions? Maybe we might just move on. Might just be our shortest Q&A time yet. We're still working on getting stuff going for the 50 series. So magicquill.getgoingfast.pro, that takes us back to Magic Quill, one of still one of my favorite software. It's just so easy to inpaint with. But I got to get this going on the 50 series. So keep your eye open for that. What was it? Oh, what was it else? Someone else mentioned. Well, I think I might have it in my notebook. Hold on, let me check my notebook here. SD Forge. So I guess someone's saying that SD Forge isn't working on the 50 series. So here's some instructions, it looks like, on how to get SD Forge working with that. I guess we can work on this. This is how to make FramePack work. Well, FramePack already works with the 50 series over at Get Going Fast. If you just go to framepack.getgoingfast, you can actually get the 50 series version. We've got an all CUDA version here is what you got. And so you just download that and tell it what you got. But interesting to see what they said over here. Okay, I'll have to look at this. All right, hey, 9-layer Nigel's here. Nigel, you're getting here. Unless you have any questions, Nigel, we're probably going to close it up here. It's been kind of a slower live Q&A today. So I'll hang out here for just a little bit, and then I think we're going to probably call her good for the day. Yeah, so we'll get the Forge looking. I'll look at this, get Forge running for everybody. SD Forge is such a great program. FramePack's already working. We're going to be looking on Magic Quill. Malcolm says, I've been playing around with Flux Control Net past few days. Yeah, Flux Control Net is really good if you can get it running. Bluebell College, thanks. We'll think up some questions for the next show. Yeah, that's kind of my idea with the live Q&As. The idea is on Monday we set forth a sort of a goal. So, okay, we're going to work with Vase. These are the things we're going to do. So that's good projects to work on. I think you could look at these things as like exercises. And then on Wednesday, we're able to come in and say, okay, I'm having a problem with this and this, kind of tied into the flagship project. So that's a good way to come up with questions. And then we can tie in anything. I'll teach you Python. I'll help you understand the bigger picture of stuff. Yeah, Malcolm again talks about Flux Control Net. Control Net's just really good stuff. That's how you make their arms go up and do all this kind of stuff. We have over at Get Going Fast we have for sale Control Net packs. Let's go to shop here. Over in the shop, there's different things. Pretty much everything. Listen, this is crazy to me. All you sign up to like $12 a month and you get everything. So you can play with everything. Then I'll get people that'll come in and they'll pay $12 for like 3 different items. I'm just like, I don't even understand it. It's just like all you had to do was join as a member. But whatever, I'm not going to complain. But just so you guys know, you can play with all this stuff for free once you get it. There's a few things that are for sale that you don't get for free, but 95% of everything. Okay, so here's our stuff, like our multi-pose packs. These work with Arcani and this kind of stuff. So this is like Control Net. You can get all these Control Net models, and then you can actually start generating the exact image that you put in there. I think there might even be a naughty one in here somewhere. Oh, here's something I forgot about, Auraflow. Let's do a search on Auraflow. Auraflow was kind of cool. That came out here a while. It was a total open source thing. And then it just kind of died because, unfortunately, like what happens with a lot of open source is it just can't compete with other stuff. So yeah, like that hasn't been updated for 11 months. All right, 9 says, have you done a vid on audio to audio where I can record myself humming or whistling, catch a tune, use it as a source track and have a comfy UI workflow turn it into a proper music song? No, I have not done an audio to audio because I don't even know that they exist. Let's see, audio to audio GitHub. Yeah, they really are not around. See, 2 years ago, and I'm going to tell you the secret about this. audio to audio is one of the things that they fear the most. So like the face swapping stuff they don't like, but the stuff they really get down on, like they as in the royal they, like the woke scolds or whoever, you know, the people that want to make the world better by telling everyone what the hell to do, they hate voice cloning. They hate audio stuff because I think it's probably, my guess is it's probably harder to tell that it's false, or you can fool people better with it. So you're not going to find much audio. Here a couple years ago, there was a bunch of audio to audio stuff coming out, and it just shut down. You just don't see people working on it. Plus, you know, with the Suno stuff and all that, there's copyright issues when it comes to music. But you're right, we should actually absolutely have that. It's very difficult to find something that will take your own voice and clone it into something. It obviously is possible, but I've worked with this here about a year ago. I spent a lot of time trying to crack the code, and my feeling is they keep it very highly locked up in the computer science level. So a lot of what we do here, you guys hear me say that AI is still computer science. It's not plug and play yet, which is what I refer to as magic. Magic is you just plug it in, it works. So it's still computer science that we have to set stuff up, but there are certain things that are locked up on the scientist level. Like here just 2 years ago, the stuff we're doing now, they were able to do, obviously not to the same quality, but it was still only the scientists that knew how to do it. Audio to audio, my feeling is it's still like that. They do not want to let that out into the general public. So you just don't see a lot. I mean, someday probably, I don't know. All right, well, I think we're going to end it there. I'm not feeling the best. My voice is kind of going out. And I've been sucked into a game of Cyberpunk all day. So I think we'll just go back to doing that, eating some chicken and some taters and playing a game and soothing my wearied soul. So, all right. Well, we're going to, guys, thanks for showing up. As always, I appreciate having you here. Do you have questions ready for the next week? I'll tell you, when we get one of these Q&As that are popping, it makes me want to do more live Q&As, and then I'll show you how to do stuff too. Come up with stuff you want to work on. I'd be happy to actually say, hey, could we create this or could we do that? We'd be happy to actually walk through and work on projects with you as well. So, all right, with that said, I'm going to let you guys go. You have a good rest of your day, and we will catch up